This week in STEM Club, we're going to be making carbon dioxide gas from ingredients that you can find in your kitchen cupboard, and then using that gas to blow up balloons and plastic gloves, this sort of thing, just for silliness, really. So the first way of doing it, we're going to use citric acid and bicarbonate of soda together, which react and produce carbon dioxide gas. We're going to trap that gas and then use it to blow up a balloon.
So you need a small plastic bottle. I'm using this because it's what I've got, but you might have a water bottle, a balloon, some water, and the bicarbonate of soda and citric acid. So I've used bicarbonate of soda. You can use baking powder, but in here there's 1 teaspoon of citric acid and 2 teaspoons of bicarbonate of soda. So what you do is you put a little bit of water in the bottom of your bottle, about a quarter full. Then you put the dry ingredients, the mixture of citric acid and bicarbonate of soda, into a balloon. Now a way of doing this is to make a little funnel, and that helps you get it in. So this is just a funnel from a bit of paper. Put the dry ingredients into the balloon. And then you can pop the balloon over the bottle, but still not into the water. So all the dry ingredients are in here. And all you now need to do is lift that up and let them drop in. I don't know whether it's going to pop or not. Be prepared.
So when the carbon dioxide's formed, it comes out the top of the bottle, but it doesn't have anywhere to go because it's trapped inside the balloon, and so it has to blow the balloon up. Quite a volume of gas is made. So the next way of doing it is vinegar and baking powder. So this time I used a water bottle, just the bottom of one of the tall plastic water bottles, and in the bottom there is an inch or so of vinegar, and into this I'm going to put baking powder. This time I'm using a blue plastic glove, and 3 teaspoons of baking powder into the glove, and then pop the glove over the plastic water bottle bottom. Dry ingredients are now in the fingers of the glove, which when you lift up, the baking powder goes into the vinegar. Just shake it down. So instead of citric acid, this time it's vinegar. That's the acid, and the reaction also creates carbon dioxide. And the gas has nowhere to go, so it blows the glove up. It's a little bit messy if it falls over, so it's worth just checking it's not going to go over. Giving it a little shake to see whether it's finished. Now this time it's lemon juice and baking powder. It's just really just what's in your cupboard. So this time I'm using a little bottle because again it's just a bottle I had, and the baking powder's in the balloon. When it goes into the lemon juice, the balloon starts to inflate. Not quite as vigorously as the other ones. If we keep watching, this one was slower. So the balloon's now full of carbon dioxide gas. If you were to take the balloon off and tie a knot in it, it's going to sink to the floor. It's not going to rise because carbon dioxide is heavier than air. Finally, another alternative, yeast and sugar. So again, it's just what you've got in the cupboard. Yeast and sugar, when introduced together with some water, will make carbon dioxide. And this one's a lot slower.
What I'd like you to do is just pour that warm water into the bottle. There's 100 millilitres of warm water. Thank you very much. Now if you can take the glove and put 3 teaspoons of yeast.
Wine yeast.
3 teaspoons of the yeast into the glove.
Wine yeast.
It says wine yeast, but you can use bread yeast if you want. So 3 teaspoons into the glove.
Or cake yeast. On my fingers.
It doesn't matter. It's what, sugar? So 3 teaspoons of the sugar into the glove. 1.
You got it.
No. Just not in your mouth, into the glove. 2,
I'm gonna have to do
3.
a tip.
Now what we're going to do is we're going to put the glove over it, like that. We're not yet putting all the dry ingredients into the water until we've got the glove in place, okay?
I'm just looking. Well, it looks like.
Thank you for your help.
So
What
when.
we're now going
Mum,
to do,
please tell me when to tip it up.
well, if you can just lift up the fingers so that all of the dry stuff falls into the water. Lift up the thumb as well. You're missing the thumb. Now the water is going to dissolve the sugar, and the yeast is going to come into contact with the sugar, and it's going to start to produce that gas again. Okay, so now we're just going to, thank you very much.
I'm just gonna watch it.
Okay, well I'm just going to place it there and you watch it. And what we can do is we can watch it also in a minute with our time-lapse cameras.
So the time lapse is over about 20 minutes, which if you bake bread, you'll know it's the kind of time scale that yeast takes to get going.